All right, it has been about 3 and 4. It's been about 7 minutes and my jar is raining. I know that you cannot see it, but if you are looking at your jar, you're going to see it raining. It has collected water droplets under the lid, not on the bowl, under the lid, and they are dropping down into the jar. So it's not raining very fast, but it is dropping them down. And I think it's going to continue raining because I see more drops on the lid. I see more drops on the under. Ah, there it went. Did you see the water move? All right, watch it. When the water moves, it has dripped. Oh, it's dripping again. All of this glass up here beaded makes it hard to see the drops. But you can definitely see when it drops down because the water moves. Let's see if it'll do it again. I still see water drops up there. They just have to get heavy enough to fall. I don't know how much longer we'll have to wait. It did it! Did you see the waterfall? Alright, so let me explain what's happening to you. This is like weather outside. So warm air rises. You can experience this if you have a house with an upstairs. The heat will go upstairs more. That's why at school, when we're upstairs, we get really hot. It's because the hot air rises. That's just the way it works. Hot air goes up. So this is cold air. And when the hot air reaches the cold air, it gets heavy. And the water starts to turn from a vapor back into a water droplet. It's actually vapors, steamy vapors going up, like when you boil a pan and you see steam going up. Well, this has actually got steam going up, but when it hits this cold ice bucket right here, ice bowl, it turns back into water droplets because it cools down. And those water droplets will not drip until they get big enough and too heavy to hang onto the lid, and then they fall. And that's what happens in a cloud. The water, the sun, and all of the heat from the earth makes the water evaporate, and we can't really see it because it's just like a very, very, very fine mist. And it goes up and it keeps collecting, and as it goes up, it cools off. And so then it starts collecting in a group, and that's the cloud. And then when the water droplets get too cold and too heavy, then it rains. And so, you know, we can go for very long times without raining, and I don't know if scientists know why we go through long periods, but I just know this is the general process. Hot makes the air turn to steam. The steam will rise till it gets cool. Then it turns back into a water droplet, and when the droplet gets heavy enough, it falls. So I am so glad we tried this. So I hope that your jar is raining. Mine is not pouring a lot of rain, but it is dripping little by little. And those drops, oh, another one dropped. Do you see the water's moving? Another drop got heavy enough and it fell. It got cold enough and heavy enough that it fell. So we have to cool water mist down for it to go back to a droplet. So water has a lot of states. It has a liquid, it has a frozen, and it has a gas. So it's going up as a gas, and then it's turning back to a liquid when it gets cold. That's the main thing you have to... Oh, it dropped again. Did you see the water wiggle? All right, I hope you're having success with yours. And I will say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow.